Zekken now moving forward, getting a little bit of information, wants to play off that Prowler, which does get the connection. All of Yard is now under the control of Sentinels. You can see Grubinho fast on the rotate though. 4 GX players posted up.
Some stall here. You'll notice, of course, westside is tucked there over by pocket. And for now, Sentinels slow things down, but they are on a clock wire with the drift across the map by Flickless.
Gold cover going to go down backside, westside. 2 on the anchor from elbow.
Big opening here. Sentinels realize they're priced into this at this point. With westside out of the picture now, they're going to have to commit, but a paranoia is going to slow them up in further, and this has brought time for Flickless now to turn up in A main. Sentinels have decided they've rattled sabers enough here on this A side of the map, and they're slowly pulling out.
This B site is entirely vacant with Flickless pushing through B main. It allowed all of GX to rotate over to A, post up with the entire team. But now, trade-off, Sen are going to get that free plant on the B side. But you have to favor left. GX being able to take this retake down. It's just going to come down to competent trades in this 4 versus 3.
Zen can still set up here and at least take a tower position. Naturally, an 08 will post up in elbow. They're concerned about a Rappy coming from spawn side, but all of GX now have announced themselves, and that's Grubinho. Not solo, they're a top mid. Flickless not able to take a trade though, and Zekken from that tower spot. That ghost is starting to sing out. A lot of good damage. Ara knocked down to 15. Zekken able to slide across now, but it's Flickless who's exploring the site itself. Position, but might even... I thought about reposting towards the gate crash set up here. Flickless though is down. That's a pick over towards top mid. He just goes for an exploration, and Bang was holding the line already.
And look at GX at the top of the map. They're now concerned about some of the gaps that are open, but Sen have just been biding their time. They're waiting to get into this A site, which is now totally devoid of any anchors.
Also, great presence in A main still for Sentinels here. An off angle by John. And they'll be able to drift over. This puts GX in a bit of an awkward spot. Grubinho has been so dependable in this controller role. Will have to find a way in himself here.
Cover going out.
Look over towards pocket. That is at least going to eliminate that as an option. And also let GX start to get into the side itself. Zekken waiting. Prowler though, eaten up at close range. He's going to relay vault to try and get the space. He's low down to 45. But the paranoia here comes on through. Westside and Cloud look to step up. Zekken will be first up and last out apparently. Grubinho hasn't really been able to move from this position. The Viper will commit it. Grubinho playing close on the other side.
Yeah, this time GX are ready to contest with this paranoia.
Prowler's following him out.
Multiple players there. Prowler going through, but Bang crucial kill.
I'm able to use the paper mache walls to his favor though. Takes Bang down now. Wants to try and challenge mid off the flash. Not much to be seen there, but Flickless is able to take care of Zellsis. And that's the control. The B side of the map secured.
This is GX saying you're not going to be taking mid for free. What an adjustment from Aura. A gate crash if he does need to escape, but wow, actually just pops it as a fake immediately that he's gotten back out towards that B-side link, but he's staying posted up.
Here's that proactivity on defense for GX, but this time it puts him right in John's crosshairs. Ara at least is able to respond, again emerging from that top mid spot. He's already had 3 kills in the round, locking mid down, causing that spike to go loose, and leaving it all up to Zekken.
Those remaining Sen players, numbers dwindling away because they just have too many angles to cover.
A double face here is easy to put together. Zekken has to expect that. Been looking so far. Flickless has been hard to shift on that B side of the map. Zara starting up close and personal this time, a little more than he perhaps bargained for at top mid. Now 3 players in link. Surely GX pop from here.
Wow, yeah, they want to re-push. Steel guarded as well. Sen routed, running down mid, but Bang caught up top, so is Zekken.
Confirmation though as westside steps in the mid. This is under the effects of Steel Garden, by the way. The classics ring out. I've never seen a better...
Confident, I'll tell you that.
In terms of util for GX, somewhat in positioning, right? They now have to make their way back into B, and if they don't beat the timing, they're in trouble. Now, no one's going to be affected by this Nightfall. Flickless, though, does step in, and the Steel Garden is active this time against GX. Bang with the paranoia. They're going to have to hit this at some point, and Zekken gets in there with the overdrive. A player at top mid on the other side of the smoke, and it's very clear where Flickless was standing. He is hit with that seize, and all of GX now get mowed down. Coming out of top mid, even at long range.
And then forcing those attackers into Westside's site where he's so fantastic at anchoring.
Doesn't see it, doesn't check the corner. Danger abounds. Westside, he takes his opportunity and he converts on it. And there's Bang to fall as well. Perhaps some more dotty of I's, crossing of T's required there for Sentinels. But they have crumbled in a screaming heap.
He is such a stunningly consistent player in scenarios just like that. Playing in anchored position, Zellsis is going to be able to pick up this one, but still, how can they wrangle this back? Time is getting quite low, 30 seconds remaining. Spike
30 seconds
isolated
left.
top mid. Why not go for it? They have infinite amounts of money right now, but
There's a haunt shot out. Phone spotted. Now we're going to start spamming, I suspect. Our ults have been able to hold that line down. John is left alone against 4. That wall heavily perforated. The damage starting to come in. An auspicious number of health left here for John. Only 6 seconds left in the round to maintain this weapon. He'll wait for a step up, caught in the seas, the field of view somewhat. Shield wall now triggered, and Sen are going to fully commit. So they got 4 players here heading over towards Yard, which is the only left back towards mid. Here's the Nightfall coming through. Narrate deals with Cloud. That's the eventual peak into mid
30
dealt with.
seconds left.
And some elbow control being assumed now for Zellsis. Slow and steady. There's a relay bot catching on the grubinho. He's struggling in this game. Narrate doubles down. Westside out of the picture now. The 4% of the A side's been cleared. And Flickless walks headlong into an upshot. The evolution of GX on this Corrode map has been satisfying. They've been criticized, I think, maybe for sticking to their sort of Sova breach guns too heavily on a lot of maps.
It's key for them that they try to exploit some of these lanes in mid, knowing that that pit is in B main. Kill from Cloud, just spam, I believe, yeah.
Might have been off the back of some of that U to lead the way. Zekken now falling. That is mid presence completely neutralized. Now's a peek out from A short. Now where do you go? Sen are running out of options. They did draw the Viper's Pit out onto the B side of the map. Flickless felt like that was an appropriate investment. But elsewhere, there's no penetration here for Sentinels.
GX just do a great job of finding those kills in mid, the only really
30
open
seconds
lane
left.
that Sen had, and now they're going right back into this pit in B main. Zellsis with the
Please
attack.
check that corner this time.
This is something he's been picking up a lot more recently in stage 2.
Okay, they're going to try and seize maybe to clear out. Yeah, this pit, they've got a catch there, and again, it's grubinho set up on the corner. Pit down though, Flickless inside of it, caught inside the seize, but grubinho nicely done with a recovered operator. Deals with Narrate, and this puts John in an impossible situation. He'll just hope to walk away with weapon intact.
Gotta feel good for grubinho. He just may need to. Steel Garden is going to canvas the entirety of the site. Flickless isolated in there with just a shorty.
Okay, still got an out in response, but this does is really slow Sentinels down. Do they want to imply they've been affected by it? Pull out your secondary.
I mean, that does enough that Flickless does get his gun back in time, ready to fight towards Link. Second hour.
What? That is a nasty one. Grubinho able to cover at least, and now swinging into 2. It's Bang deals with him. Did catch the pocket player with the paranoia. It's shocking to me that there's even a trade. Nicely done for GX, and Zellsis is dug out of position.
I'll find you.
Traded though. Westside off the map. Now player inside elbow, and Sentinels have
Where are you?
the pre-plant Viper's Pit in play.
Then caught by that Prowler, knows it's time to just get out of there. This dimensional drift trying to spot players out for Cloud, but with Aura isolated, no value to be found from this ultimate.
What's the play supposed to be for Aura? Yeah, I think discretion might be the better part of Valley here. Play off the side, hold the up. Still another round left in the half. Maybe get yourself a freebie if anybody steps past the line of scrimmage.
I really have to imagine 9 out of 10 times.
So far in this map. Oh, there start trying to make their way through short. This is not being actively checked by grubinho. Now the wall comes up at a nice time for them to get on in. Aura now needs to spend a shot, get back through the wall. This is going to give that top mid control over. The Sentinels have struggled to fight for this part of the map. It's been very expensive for them, and they don't really want to force the issue there. Still trending in that A direction one.
They draw a lot of attention towards B. Good paranoia from grubinho will stall things up for Sen. Maybe allow for a rotate timing. Well, rotate is gone now. Westside at least with a pretty swift trade. Sen still need to deal with the anchors here on this site from GX.
And they're still on a clock from that rotation in through mid. It's Cloud with the Guardian now to give a quarterback out of himself. And that's grubinho at halftime in that game. Naturally for a bit of showing here, grubinho with a classic. Testing A main now. New Viper ball to keep them at bay, and they're going to step over that. And a Razor Vine there and Flickless.
Narrate just walks out into the open angle and it's like John alone.
As well. Talk about a find 2. Surely not more from johnqt. A stunning 3-piece that has now given Sen a chance to come up for air. And Zellsis deals with the spike carrier. A round that felt all but lost there. Salvaged by the captain.
I suppose Narrate feeling like if he goes out, they wouldn't expect John to be behind that box as well. So sacrifices his life. And
yes.
John, he definitely made the most of it.
They never expect the second player to swing alone.
But listen, if there's anyone that could win a 1v2 right now for GX, it is Westside. He is white hot.
Arcrose confirms no presence in the side after the fact Westside has pulled back now, though. Giving his position away. Smoke thrown up here. Bang will be waiting within its depths now. Zellsis already got it to half, and
A
Westside.
little bit of stall, and Zekken is actually posting up towards that link. Dodges out the paranoia.
All right, in the site, grubinho also TPing across, very much like Lotus here, as those two are able to get a bit further ahead. Into the site, rotations coming back through, spawn here for Sentinels, and a position taken up in tower. But remember, these are just stingers, with the exception of Bang's Bulldog.
There was really no opportunity for Sen to flood their players not in position. Zekken continually just smoked off. And now on the re-entry, they're going to have to deal with these thorns on the ground.
Yep. And no steel garden, no nightfall, none of that sort of accoutrement, so to speak. In we go, Zekken up first, banged out as johnqt step in. No one to trade there for Ara, but yet it's narrate with the Sheriff to step up. Cloud, you think would be dug out of this corner in a few moments. Economically, this is massive for Sentinels.
Well, he has the spike right now, so maybe we'll see a scenario where this dimensional drift allows them to get the plant down, and then they can nightfall to win out in the post plant.
Ara in shot there, concealing surely a massive chin. Very chiseled. And beginning with the dimensional drift, and now sees the nightfall come out. Cloud caught out off that timing. Looks like Ara's going to commit to the site, and is sent packing by Bang, who'll happily occupy this pocket position and play off that layer of stall util that we're seeing from John here. And you're right, Wyatt, you called it. Nightfall comes on in. They want to fight for this here. Razorvine already popped out on the side. Zekken is there already, and he's got an overdrive to work with. Straight through the pit he goes. He's ready to throw down. Spot that grubinho. It's electrified from Zekken. High voltage warning should be on the label for this guy. Not quite the ace, but still, well, it's a show-stopping performance.
Bang cleans this up.
See domestically from them. Looks like they've tightened the screws a little bit here. Horn does ping out grubinho. Those stuck inside that corner. Ara's already gone down, and Zekken tries for a flamboyant slide across mid. Sentinels encouraged here to slow the pace down a little. And finally, they've given some mid control over.
And why not go for that if you're Zekken?
Here.
At this point, he's feeling himself.
Yeah, just a little bit of confidence. Flickless, unfortunately, peaks into two Sen players who've taken full A main control.
Oh, God!
Spike down A.
Well, Cloud gets onto A. Unfortunately, it's in a body bag.
Absolutely their best look. We're getting westside on that Cypher where he thrives right now on the B anchor. A lot of damage through onto Bang. Gonna need some support. Going to need a flood.
I think they know where westside is right now. And look at this. They've inserted Zekken onto the site. The rest of Sentinels have actually pulled out. Zekken might have an opportunity here to really ruffle some feathers. But it all really remains to be seen on what the landscape looks like as this dark cover clears. He'll stay tucked in. Re-smoked to B main, and Cloud diligently is looking to clear this corner very carefully, but Zekken is not looking towards his left at all, just kind of hedges on the right side. However, grubinho flattened at A, run over by Sentinels, who now can accelerate into the site and start to set up for a post one.
Unfortunate that GX lose a player immediately after that with some nice awareness from Cloud to pick off Zekken, the initial first kill. Zellsis ready to flash, maybe to fight towards spawn, but no, Sen going to call that off.
Because of the one-way, likely.
He's just playing right now with that fault line towards Link when GX try to get back in here. They do have a good amount of breach util of their own to do so.
Zellsis still holding onto it. Veins starting to emerge on his forehead now. Patience, patience, and release. It's onto the site now. Ara the only player in, though, and it's staggering. The spacing of players has really thrown Sen for a loop. The narrate some sharp shooting. Is able to get through, though. Zekken for a moment, thinking to remain towards top mid, but now it's going to be a large flood across here into market. Westside not able to find anyone. Some damage on Zellsis, but the looks of things, and Zekken takes the fight to him like a bat out of hell. It ends up being a traded backside. Westside for one, but John gets in there with the classic. Flickless overwhelmed. Sentinels running in numbers. And grubinho with the Bulldog has to salvage the situation.
Cloud only has the ghost right now. Probably can't recover. A gun goes in. Zellsis just not ready for that.
It's Grubby, though.
Essentially all isolated in ones.
I don't hate this position from Cloud. It's so dirty. Zekken walks up into it. And so GX will take their pint of blood early in the round. Nicely done by westside.
Stunning shot.
And this is GX for you. So active in these early rounds. So proactive. Looking to work the map. Push up for info. Take risks. And it's given them the edge. Even if not the rifle drop there in B main.
Now westside hears all of these players running forward. Catches one with the cam. GX are trying to be fast on this rotate. And Zellsis isolated. That relay bolt forced narrate back or he would have been caught.
Frustrating for Zellsis. He certainly would have felt stranded there. As the rest of Sentinels pulled the plug. Now have to try and work the map with only two players up. Narrate considering a double back here. Someone who's been very vocal, Wyatt, in saying that when he can contribute more to the ideas of this team, he feels like the game goes better, but he struggles when he's not performing well to have that voice.
Ara takes this contact. but that haunt ensures that westside's position, I think, will be revealed. Couldn't tell actually if he broke that, if it was Flickless. Regardless, Sen do not want to get into that B site. They know there are multiple players there. Yeah, but what options do they have?
They've had no mid control at all, and grubinho is able to scope up in time to deal with John. And simply, he will pull back now towards the middle of the map. Anyway, sees the trip, clears it.
No, he gets killed. Wow. Sen are trying to pivot into some kind of crazy A split right now. A smoke is placed top left mid for Zellsis to maneuver in. Aura still has this operator not spotted out.
Dangerous there, very dangerous, but Bang goes for a diligent little shoulder peek. Aura, those asking for more, and there's no opportunity to trade it back. Flickless may have fallen, that's a breach util gone, but most of it was already expended to the favor of GX now. We've got 12 seconds left in the round. Sentinels accelerating here.
To kind of re-flank up top while they're going through main, that was madness.
Aura's set up here, ends up being what? The trade, it's the play here from Link. Narrate has his crosshair set already for that emergence out of elbow, and Sen just send it.
Now we've seen from GX, when they have a Hunter's Fury, they often like to send it into spawn just like this. Aura will push down grubinho through mid. This is something that Sen need to be prepared for. It's a play that they like to activate, that they've used in EMEA.
Zellsis got battered there by the Hunter's Fury, and grubinho winning in tiles is huge. It means that GX don't have to worry about
the spike is down in that corner. Sen are getting sold out by the dark cover, paranoia going through. Aura in an isolated 1v1 though.
They have the Rolling Thunder to get A-main control back. That is absurd. A counter one comes out though. Flickless lets it go, but it's grubinho who eventually falls by the wayside. Sentinels have not got off the starter's mark in this round, and Zekken's not there to double up. Now trying to at least play off this aftershock. Zellsis got his. What a nice look there for GX. Here's a fault line that'll force Cloud off the line, and in theory allow the cross back for grubinho. Finds a perfect window to
angle and knows he needs to get the hell out of here with his overdrive on the way.
Is he TPing? Yes, he gets out just in time, but he's TPing into the relay bolt. Flickless though, sharp shooting, gets himself set up. Backside. And crucially, Bang still in play, so need a smoke to come back online for him as 30 seconds are left in the round to probably cover up, that spot in spawn. But Aura has had time to get here with the op. John, he sprays through smoke. Realizes Flickless is there for the taking, and Bang maybe doesn't know the lay of the land. Tough first map. Much improved on Sentinels. They're going to thrust down mid again. They're going for it. Aura tears that to shreds. Sentinels barely get out of bed before getting clotheslined. Aura finally taken down, but once more, Sen cannot get 10 seconds into the round with 5 players wide. They just can't do it.
This is just another play out of the GX strat book that we've seen from them before, and no team seems to know how to stop them. It's just the combination of their initiator util, the push down mid, a push through B main. There's a fault line that comes through B main that canvases all of bottom mid for Aura to fight. And then there's that recon up top. It's just, they run the same plays and it just keeps on working.
And here's a neural theft for John. Sees all of this at top mid.
The second baited into that swing, and I mean, why not? Cloud was right there using that drone, obviously. It's just good that he had support from Flickless for that instant trade.
Zekken doubled his entire kill total in that round, Wyatt. He had a quiet outing up until this point. John has been making plenty of noise. This timing is going to hurt them.
For the rounds like this that are going to be thrown at you, it just doesn't even matter.
Dude, the util comes in perfectly for Aura.
This is just what they are best at. Look at how all of that util is placed on the map so perfectly. And it's that fault line that comes from B main that just gets the...
Aura, in no hurry to push off that. Full trust in the rest of GX to lock this A side of the map down, but it's where push comes to shove. Zekken gets onto the side behind the box, but the aftershock came through, and Cloud swings for the fences. 2 kills cleaned up, and now Aura decides to get a little active, catches Zellsis out. Timing certainly works in his favor.
Here on map 2, he has been completely nullified by this GX defensive util, has really had no opportunities for clean entries.
No ping, though, being set up just yet. Looks like the Sova Dart comes in a little late.
Flickless has maneuvered his way into the site, ready to throw out some util, but Sen are ahead of it.
Alright, gets the jump on him there. It's going to be a relay bolt. Alright, just stuck to the ground, transfixed. Watches the sword fall. And there's a Hunter's Fury that Sentinels are waiting on. In the last round of the half, Sentinels are unlikely to put much of a scratch on GIANTX. Spike is heavily within enemy territory, and John
I think it's GX, you have to kind of beat them on an individual basis. And that's been hard to do with all this util slanting engagements in GX's favor.
Big stack here of B main set up for Sentinels. That allows the west side to be extracted early, but there's Cloud standing tall. John at least controls any ingress towards that Boba area. And there's zekken tucked in his corner. This is a pretty conservative approach here for Sentinels, but they are getting torn apart a little. n4RRATE lit here by the bolt. At least finds Cloud as he gets around the corner, but he's gone low.
Wow, Flickless able to dodge that out.
Now he got into the sights. Spotted out by Flickless though. Waiting until, of course, some of that key util cycles back.
Yeah, they get that fault line back up, and now it's go time.
Onto the side, runs into n4RRATE first. It's going to be Bang, no credited with the kill. Bang gets ahead of that dark cover, and now the Paranoia comes out late. grubinho thought he had the drop on n4RRATE, but he couldn't have been more wrong. The raid eventually falls, and there it is. Nice little flash through the smoke. Little two-piece from GX now. Assume control of the side.
Westside peeks out, might be able to catch zekken.
Timing.
Gets the opening with the outlaw.
Relay bomb might make things hard on the side. That's John downed. Westside sharp as attack, folks. Now we're finally getting to see what they're made of in the second map of the series.
John has the trip set up for back sight control. We'll see if they try to make their way out at all. Zekken, I know John does get that catch.
Yeah, Ara in the corner. Still a lot of side control for GX. Now they are deep. They can anchor in the post plant. grubinho very mindful of a sort of off-timing push out of Boba, though.
And now Zellsis, he does have that full kit to get back in. n4RRATE still with Prowlers to play with. The C's as well. Sen have all the tools.
Harness Fury, though. Cloud going to try and preempt this now and spots out Bang by the looks of things back towards spawn. John tagged out, has the dodge away. Some damage done. Sentinels are against the clock. Need to get in here. Stinger there for Zellsis. Looks like fault lines avoided by Flickless. He tries to get ahead of the game, and so far not too shabby, but zekken is up on the side and demanding some attention. Brought down by Cloud, and n4RRATE's got to step up in his absence. Does Bang. Tough job. Someone's going to do it. It's going to work mid again. Pretty underboard. Sentinels here. zekken opts to go out. Look for something. If this round goes the way we expect it to. Some volatility has been introduced into this series. Okay, TP there from Bang. They get some set up in Boba nice and early. Johnny's in that corner, and Ara not able to fully clear it. Still suspicious, mind you. But John will have the drop on the side. Cloud with the plant now. Going to be forced out of the cubby by that after shot, but John's going to have to get active. Another side of the cage set up. He does not want to show himself. I get it, but Ara and Cloud already racking him up, and John eventually falls.
Stage 2, but they have gone to this double controller comp. Ara, does he dare swing? No. Dark cover. Zekken wants to go in, though, off that recon.
All right, men at the door. zekken bypasses them entirely, and then decides to get on out, drawing a lot of attention. And now they're going to make the dive here through garage. West side flattens Zellsis all over him like moss on a rock. No chance to recover. And the side swarming with red.
Yeah, just a sheriff bullet penetration going through default box. And now two players from GX are doing face onto Zellsis. He doesn't want to take that duel right now, though. He can just take things easy, slow down.
Coming. That paranoia doesn't hit n4RRATE, so he can stand and be the first to the action. Not grubinho on Flickless again, surely not. It's the Polish player.
Though. He wants to break the recon that might come in on that top left side, but it doesn't. It's just a drone, yeah.
Okay, well, they've got presence, though. You'll notice that he's been joined by grubinho. Plenty of GX players here now. They're going to be lit as they come around the corner. Zekken, though, tracks back and then forward. Almost had the better of Ara. But the guy is a little too quick with it. West side, backside, caught out. And Cloud not inside. He is still making his way over. And has the unenviable task of making his way into C from defense spawn side.
So GX are able to rotate everyone into back sight. Sen really slowed things down. But then eventually, I do feel that that kind of played to their advantage. They get a lot of clean fights at the end. Now they're going to maneuver their way elsewhere. I think this is some really good calling from John. This B site is pretty open. Cloud wants to get in there.
Dangerous, though. Yeah. Knew there'd be some util to draw out, but Cloud overextends onto the side. It was ultimately a fake for Sen. Something that's been in their wheelhouse a lot in the past. GX, though, convinced that was for real, and they get punished for it.
They have just been baited into all of these angles. Ara is absolutely going to be saving this off. Really excellent calling there from John, I feel. Just activating that same early util on C to drew all the rotates on the bonus round that they converted.
Oh,
wow,
no
he's even going to
way.
catch this kill onto Ara. I like the kills. Pivot to C where they've left. Zellsis inserted deep. This was a really excellent round from Sen.
And also a decent time to make the fake
land somewhere. This time, Sen, they want to go very fast towards A. Teleport cross from Bang, but he's caught. He's stuck. And there's a stronger A fight from GX. I do like to see that, but this is a good response from Sen. They have gone so quickly towards this C side. Can GX flood in to support West side now?
West side Tux gets the perfect drop, and zekken is lit inside that cage. Too easy for the Cypher, and finally West side gets himself onto the board kill-wise. John, not the timing would have hoped for, I suspect. And now n4RRATE
I want to get aggro towards mid again. It's that play from before, the relay bolt, paranoia, and
Now
the
he takes his
recon.
space back though. He's there in a second, Wyatt. Ara brought down. Just impales himself on his own sword by the looks of things, but there's that Hunter's Fury that comes off for GX, a big part of their early aggressive play. Zekken's got to get across the window, lucky to be alive, but could still be spammed down as grubinho wants to push up outside of lobby. Chaotic early round, leaves Sentinels down to 2.
Yeah, Westside stayed fully committed out of garage, caught off Zellsis, and now the neural theft would
buddy.
reveal these remaining 2 players. It's a 1v1. Oh, Zekken won that round looking very different. A crucial pickup for Flickless. GX, they have to convert this.
They got all the info. John can't get anything done outside of the purview of GX. They know it all. Now, those thin walls may be his undoing. Flickless wants to step up. GX haven't really needed to play the passive line hold game. They want to brawl and doing it again.
Yeah, they want to fight for this A lobby. Very hard. Grubinho gets the first. He gets the second even.
This is where that came from. Zellsis was cut down in the corner there, and bang is revealed. Able to take 2.
That's all he's going to get. That's the best he can do to give John a shot in this round.
Than
money.
An entire buy round from the beginning of this first half.
John here has to keep it simple. Not surging out in that long direction. Has to make a correction here for Cloud.
So the number of ults that Sentinels have coming into this next 5. But, hell, they've had a lot of them for a while. They haven't even had a chance to use them because GX are just sending it on them.
Bang his
Relay bolt, Aura running it down, and John is just stuffed into that corner on account of the util. You know, they know where he's going to have to reposition to.
Sentinel's obviously planning a pivot based on where that spike's been left. Zellsis needs to stay alive for this lockdown to be a factor in this round, but he has to know westside is playing close. Wins it out. That is an important correction to flick to the head. That downs the enemy Cypher. Now this A side starting to crumble. Crack for grubinho. Emerges with 2 very important kills. That is going to put GX to the shot in this round. A real one now as Ara gets close, wants to challenge it. Bang, cannot keep up. It's too pacey. Headshot though, dink onto Ara. Doesn't.
It starts off another early round active play. This is just what makes GX GX and such a cool team to watch. John is isolated on that C side of the map. He goes down. And then, of course, then feel like we just need to excel.
Round where they can slowly work the map and set it up, and this won't spot Ara out. Honestly, this is an insane spot to be set up.
This is crazy. There are 2 Sentinels players right now.
John's going to die to this.
Working.
Surely. John, please! Oh, he just doesn't know what hit him. Narrate there under extreme pressure as well. Zekken trying to respond, but if Ara gets out of here, this is masterful.
He can just leave. Look at the A site, by the way. There are 2 Sen players in there. How has that happened? GX were fully expecting a C-side hit.
But they're not going to get to cross for free. They've got to get past Cloud, and then final boss Ara is waiting there towards mid-window.
This is so bizarre. I mean, look at
30
at
seconds
on the map.
Time is short, bang, deep in a spawn. Ends up being a 1-for-1.
They still need to get the spike to his
Oh,
side.
going to be Ara. They can't get past him. Zekken slides in, and he takes matters into his own hands. Spike recovered, but a pivot, a wise one, across the map will send them to C. A site they've got little info, but can sort of guess that it's bereft of defenders. Zekken has to stick this, no choice.
Caught by the trip, doesn't matter. Going to get the spike down. Now, how do Sentinels position themselves here? Lockdown thrown on default. Yeah, GX, they really don't have an opportunity to break it, and Zekken wants to take the space that it's creating.
Doesn't want to over-push there. Cam dealt with. Zellsis also has to play a little bit slower.
Yeah, now GX, they have to think someone could be positioned in garage right now, surely.
They're not checking for it. No one's... Okay, westside is watching it. Will you see the barrel? Yes, wins it out. That leaves Zekken now. Oh, God, you hate to be in this spot. Has to play long in the post plant. Tough to really spam this down. Grubinho on spike, and Zekken's not 100% sure exactly where he is. He's going to have to spray through, and he gets there, didn't they?
I mean, that's how this run of rounds for GX ends. They're in a 3-on-1. They got the lock.
Characteristically played this round slow to start with. Bang, same sort of bait play. Onside, paranoia, but Ara's there to check if it's the real deal.
That immediate bolt thrown down, so no one can try to trade. Needs to get out of the way of the drone, but is a little bit too slow.
Viper's peak here, thrown inside B. Grubinho now going to be decayed down if he lingers for too long. And Center just headed elsewhere, leaving John behind to kick this pit up. But eventually he's going to leave too.
Westside on the angle. No, Zellsis is coming. He saw the barrel, and now he can use that cage to get back towards Plat. Wants to reposition, but a little bit too early. No one there to help.
Really
Flickless
exposed
goes down.
himself. Really showed too much leg there, Wyatt. And Zekken, frankly, was waiting for a drift at the back of the site. The Cybercade wasn't enough to obscure him.
John, low HP, Narrate wins that out.
Foot off the gas so far for GIANTX. Serving this round over to Sentinels. And Cloud, the IGL needs to get into the side in a 1v3, already down to 70. It's always good for one. That much we've learned today. But digging this high-low setup out.
Cut at this time. Now they do. It's that B side that could be open. Garage could be open, and GX have just picked the absolute perfect moment to get in. Exactly as Sen give it up.
Or Sen pick the worst moment to give it up. It really depends how you want to look at
Glass
it.
half full, half empty.
Yep.
Depends on your point of view.
Well, I think either way it's about to be spilled over the cobblestones, Wyatt.
And now Flickless does have that fault line back, so he can throw that out towards main, stall out the center retake.
Narrate can't really drop out of heaven here. He is too low. And then having to play the retake up for making the right call on the side. It's not too bad. Ara with the stopping power of back truck.
Deals with Zekken at least, but Zellsis is there. Narrate here from up on high. Judging the peasants, he will drop down onto the box, but makes some noise. He gets a bit of damage on Flickless, but not enough to write home about. And it's John Grubinho. 32 points of health left for the Moroccan mastermind. He needs to step up. He sees the shoulder of the Omen, but Grubinho doesn't give...
Zekken does spot out Aura in Garage. GX are getting a lot of map control right now, but Aura goes down to Zellsis.
Yeah, just as Sen try and get 3 players on C, they've realized that they need to get in that B direction, and that's nice from Zekken. Grubinho's mostly been good for their first one in this series.
Yeah, this is GX taking a lot of liberties on their bonus round. Going for some individual plays to turn the tides. Cloud going to be able to plant in this default spot, but now in the 3 versus 5, what can GX do realistically?
Only Bang and Zekken susceptible to the one shot from the Outlaw right now.
And of course,
play it safe.
You know, when you're retaking on this B side, that's where this Viper Wall can come in handy as well. It's just a natural smoke for main.
Narrate takes a hit for that, tries to get him through the wall, but Flickless finds Zekken on the other side, getting in from the garage side of the map, and Zellsis will be slowed up to that effect as well, caught in the fault line. But John says no more breach util, no more breach in fact. Down Flickless, puts Sen into the player advantage, but now they're going to deal with this setup from Cloud, and Bang was the only player not set up to deal with that. Defused to Zellsis, living dangerous.
As to who will win this game out. Oh my gosh, nice shot from drone over top will confirm that.
Bang got in.
Aura wants to just draw out a little attention, a little spam, maybe find out if someone was hiding wrapped around the drone's view.
This garage spot's starting to become a little more relevant now, Wyatt. As there's a commitment here by GX towards the B side of the map. Bang sees Zara coming a mile off and is able to down him. John, patient, collected. And he'll have himself a frag. Zekken now with that fast lane, trying to get in Grubinho's direction. It's a bit of wayward, ham-fisted. And Zellsis now finally on the wrap, but this spike's headed on to B. They are going to end here. West side though in a safe corner. Grubinho has the line covered and Zellsis only has a classic. This is looking terrible.
B now removed.
Yeah, now
oh, no.
John has to watch it. Giving it to him. Okay. Lara says, well, that's probably a little bit more than I expected. The way he's from the fast lane in place, he's got no interest in trying to recover that weapon. Overdrive will suffice for him late in the rounds when push ultimately comes to shove.
Now, what is the move? Paranoia and Breach Util used on A to try to draw these Sen players away from the C site, where GX are intending on going.
Westside knows he's going to get some action because the alarm bot is now no longer effective inside Garage. Zekken's got to take it up himself.
And Grubinho, he had that from the shadow, so he can use that Paranoia on A and get right back to the pack on C. So they have 4 ready to get in that site. And they've got Westside, this late lurk through Garage. Flickless might even be a second player. Maybe Westside goes first, takes contact.
The timing here is beautiful. Westside so patient, so calculated. Emerges just as John had his back to that. They're going to accelerate into this. I don't know if Sentinels can respond quickly enough. We're about to find out. Straight to the Nanoswarm they go. Some spray air out from Zellsis. Ara took a hit, but most of that is decay down from the poison orb. Westside, though, has eventually fallen. Zellsis, his spray through that smoke yields a kill.
Flickless quite low on HP as well, but one away from the Rolling Thunder. If there's a way that he can find a kill, that could certainly be enough to convert on this 4 versus 5.
Every other Sen player also 1 orb away from ultimate. They could rip that, but Ara
look
just
at
gets
that confidence.
No other swing into that as well. There's no response. Ara doesn't linger for long enough either way. Grubinho in trouble though, getting hammered out by that molly. Flickless has to stand tall on the side. His teammate is on the other side of that smoke, so needs to ping them out.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're doing it again. Hunter's Fury.
I mean, surely Cloud doesn't repeat the Zekken from back here.
Doesn't quite have a beat draw.
So Sen, they're just cool with playing over towards this C side. Second back site.
They might call for a narrated Hunter's Fury here from Spawn.
Zekken, though, holding on it. Might have hit this heard this TP come in. There's Cloud spotted. Yep, Hunter's Fury going to come from the spawn side. Grubinho walks into the sight line of Zekken, reveals himself, even though it was John that took the kill. Now looking to anchor. This Hunter's Fury slows things up for GX, but they are committed to this site, and Zekken is more than happy to hear it. There's the step up from westside, and the anchors are down.
Recon broken. Descent trying to get back in while the spike is being planted.
They
no,
know he's going to be there
right now.
Shock dart, though, not enough to clear him out. Narrate is down as Cloud just finds the timing to leave that corner. The lockdown is going to give that control back to the defenders. How deep into the site can they get?
Just going to come down to spam.
That's how we have our expectations set. Yeah, Sentinels don't have a lot to disrupt util-wise.
Cloud gets that recon back, and the fault line is up.
Zellsis lucky to be alive as he's able to get away. Recon doesn't reveal Bang, so he goes for it again. But look at the crosshair placement for Cloud. He basically knows exactly where Bang is.
Second wave fight into backside. He was here with westside, with Flickless, picking off that player towards Plat. Because initially it was Aura. He went in with one of the GX, but we still don't know how the hell they made it here.
And honestly, the work that GX have put in over the last couple of months is really showing fruit.
No, we certainly get it now. Hunter's Fury from Cloud coming into that site, not getting any tags. GX will slow things down for but a moment. Relay Bolt. Now Aura through.
Zen have lost their re-clear info, though, off this overkill. And GX don't quite have the stall for the post plant. No controllers up for the attack side here, and yet that allows Bang just to peer into the mix, see what is there. West side served up. They'll stay in the site. GX more than happy to fight tooth and nail for this space they've claimed. It's going to be John looking for a timing for a swing. Again! It's these refights in the site where GX are just better.
Now it's just Bang. Has to clear graffiti, but there's a crossfire from the drop. He gets that first up to Aura. Right on the angle.
Gonna get a lot of action, and there's Aura once again, steps up.
A bit too much action than he hoped for. Bang is committing to the backside anchor.
Pinked out, no, he's there, he's cut down so easily, it's on second again. 2 kills will have to be enough for John and Zellsis to put it together.
Westside on the lurk, isolates John. It's all on Zellsis, miles away. Only has the stinger. Flickless even has the rolling thunder on account of the plant. This one is as good as done.
Not the auspicious opening that Sen City were hoping for as they took to the stage here in Paris. But it's much the same fashion that they'd limped out of America's playoffs with. Question marks over the map pool, question marks over the individuals, question marks over their postseason prospects. But now we have an answer, at least for now.
Up against a GX team that finished 7th, 8th in kickoff, 9th, 10th stage 1. They bring in Aura, they bring in Flickless, and they've just won their first